Hi everyone, it's me, and tonight I'm going to be talking about chores. I'm choosing to talk about it via video versus typing it out because I'm exhausted, and I thought it would be quicker with everything that I need to cover just to do a video. So bear with me and my baggy eyes and the dark circles and my bed and my bedroom, and we'll just give it a go and see how this goes tonight. So, what I'm going to talk about tonight is how we do our chores in this house and how our things get their chores done. We use a system called Accountable Kids, and at the very bottom of this video, I will post a link to the website that links you directly to Accountable Kids so that if you have more questions or I didn't answer something fully or you just want to go back and look at something or look at the product, you can go straight there and it'll take you to Accountable Kids. My kids have a, a few sets of chores. Well, let me first talk about what Accountable Kids does. The title, Accountable Kids, is kind of like the purpose of it. It makes kids accountable for certain things in your house that maybe you wouldn't normally consider chores, but it makes them accountable and responsible and helps them to understand that you are a family unit and that you are all working together to keep your household running. It is a Christian-based program, and there are different kits that you can buy, and it's suggested that you buy each child their own board. We've been doing it for about a year now, and our children still share one board, one pegboard. And we just went with a plain old basic wood board. We didn't paint it. We didn't put anyone's name on it, like they suggest in the video and also in the book. We just sat down, we had a family meeting and said, this is what we're starting. And we gave them grace for 2 weeks. And then we went for it and started the reward system and stuff. I purchased the book and read it cover to cover. And we have had great success with this system and continue to use it. We're probably getting to the point where Thing 2 needs to have his own pegboard, but it just hasn't been a priority of mine to buy it. And they still share it. They know whose chores are which. So what I'm going to do tonight is give you an overview of what their chores are so you can get some ideas and the reward system for it and why it works. Let's start with the morning chores. When you buy the kit, you will get a pegboard. You will get chore cards. These are just a handful of the chore cards that you will receive with the kit. These chore cards are the ones that we're currently using, and we switch them up every so often based on the kids' needs and how they're doing with their chores. You will also get date night cards, which I'll explain those in a minute, and you get these little babies, which are they get as a ticket, a privilege pass, a bonus buck, and a best behavior card, and we'll go over that in a second. So let's start with the system itself. Your chores are broken up into 3 parts: morning, afternoon, and evening. Once they complete all of their morning chores, they can receive a ticket. This ticket is then traded in for a reward, or we call them privileges in our house. That could be anything that you have set aside as a privilege. In our home, TV is a privilege. Xbox is a privilege. Computer time is a privilege. Art time, special time with me, special time with Dad. Any of those things are privileges. They even traded in for candy, actually. Thing 2's favorite thing to trade a ticket in for is a piece of candy, and that's a privilege for him, and that's his one thing. They can earn up to 3 tickets a day. So after they completed their morning chores, they can get a ticket. After they've completed their afternoon chores, they get a ticket. After they completed their evening chores, they get a ticket. But I shouldn't have to go behind them and constantly say, did you do this? Did you do that? Did you do this? Once they've completed their ticket, their chores, they're supposed to let me know. I go behind them and check. If it's completed, then they get the ticket. So, morning chores for my kids. Each of these are labeled morning, afternoon, evening, as you'll see. The book and the video suggest that you cut these off by colors. Since I rotate these pretty often and I have 2 kids that are using these, I have decided not to cut mine Do what works for your family. You don't have to follow this exactly. The whole program is meant to be adaptable to your home. So this is morning. When they wake up, they are first to make their bed. Hopefully you can see that. They have to make their bed. For your non-readers in the house, these are very visual cards, so they can look at this picture and know exactly what they have to do. Get dressed. Again, you may not consider these chores, but if you don't have a system like this in your house, which was something I was having to do a lot, go get dressed, go get dressed, go get dressed. Please go make your bed. And it just got tiresome. So having these has really helped. And let me mention one thing real quick. I have a 4-year-old, as you know, and you may think, well, my 4-year-old can't make a bed. Well, you have two options. There are times where I go in there and assist, because the whole purpose of this exercise is to get them to be motivated and accountable for their space. And so I go in there when needed to assist thing 2. Another thing that we do is thing 1 and thing 2 do a buddy system. And they've been doing that for the last 2 weeks, and it's worked really well for them. They came up with it. Thing 1 helps thing 2 with the bed, and thing 2 goes to thing 1's room and helps her clean up and get her room ready before we start school. So do it however you need to do it, but it's not about being perfect. I don't care if the bed's kind of sloppily made. It doesn't matter. It's about the act of them doing their chore and trying their best. And it may not look perfect. I'm okay with that. Breakfast. It's on the chore list because they need to know the order that the stuff comes in. And they need to have breakfast next. Dishes. They have to put all of the dishes away. And thing 1 is, this is her card. Thing 1 is responsible for unloading the dishwasher every morning and putting the items that she cannot put in a top shelf. She has to put them on the countertop. So I have like a plate cabinet. Hang on one second. My screen just locked on me. Okay, I have a plate cabinet at the very top of my cabinet. There's no way she can reach that. I wouldn't expect her to. So she just piles the plates in a neat pile on my countertop, and then when she's done, I go and put them away. Thing 2 is responsible for silverware, everything except for knives, and thing 1 takes care of knives. So they are responsible for putting away the clean dishes, and then any dirty dishes that are in the sink, they put away into the dishwasher immediately. So huge help right here. And this is a 7 and 4-year-old, and they can do it. Even the 2-year-old likes to jump in every once in a while and put away a butter knife or something. When they're done with that, they have to brush their teeth. Take their vitamins. And this is more for me than them. They're really good about reminding me because I forget. Then it's school. And so they know that this is the order that things need to be done in, and they know that we don't start until that stuff's done. And then once this card is up and we are done and we come down for lunch, you'll see that the next thing that shows up is the day. That means the afternoon chores. So after all of that's completed, they're guaranteed 1 ticket. And notice I'm not giving a ticket out until school is done. So at that point, they have their free time and they can do what they want and turn in their ticket. If they do, like let's say TV is a privilege. If the TV comes on and I haven't received the ticket, they haven't said, may I turn this ticket in to watch TV, then I get to keep the ticket and they don't get to watch TV. Okay. Lunch, it's on there so they know what to expect. And then it's quiet time. Quiet time in our house looks a little bit different than most because I'm expecting number 4. Quiet time means number 3 goes to bed and takes a nap. Number 2 and number 1 go upstairs to watch a movie. And this keeps them contained and quiet so that I can rest when I need to rest during the day. And it's quiet downstairs so that number 3 can sleep his full 2 hours. Trash. This is thing 2's responsibility card. He gathers all the trash from the bathrooms, and he does this. I take grocery bags and put them in the waste baskets because they have handles. I found that he gets extremely grossed out, and I don't blame him if he has any other kind of bag in there or there's not a bag. So the ability to have the grocery bag with the handles, he can just grab it, take it to the main trash can in our laundry room and put it in there. And he's responsible for collecting all the trash from upstairs and downstairs. And this is his chore, solely his chore.